Hey guys, it's Steven here, back with another video, back with another episode of 5 things that we learned. And today even, we're looking at, could it be tonight or today or in the morning, depending when you're watching this. Shut up, Steven. Basically, tonight or today or whenever you're watching this or whatever time, we're going to look at 5 things that we learned from the Burnley game when we won 3-0. It was a really interesting game, a much more interesting game than I expected it to be, if I'm being honest, yesterday morning. But it turned out to have lots of interesting little tales from it. So we're going to discuss 5 things that I personally found particularly intriguing. But before I do that, I want to say thank you to my latest Patreons. First up, thank you to Sam Ramsdale. Big up the appreciation for Sam Ramsdale. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, mate. And Saeed Saif Almeri. Hopefully I pronounced your name correctly, mate. Saeed Saif Almeri. Thank you so much for going in at the $20 tier as well. You've got an Esteemed Kompany Cup mug on its way to you very, very soon. Thank you so much for the support, guys. Don't forget as well, if you are a Patreon second tier and above member or a YouTube bonus video member, you can get access to loads of bonus videos and all that kind of stuff, including this one right on screen now, which is where I got some player ratings from last night's game, and I'll be doing that for every single game, surrounded by other content as well, so there's loads of bonus content over there. Patreon.com/Esteemed Kompany. Thank you for all the support. I absolutely appreciate it. And where else can I start in this video other than Tasty Torres? Sorry, I could not resist the pun. Ferran Torres last night was absolutely fantastic. I tell you what, it was so exciting and so wonderful to see a direct, aggressive, fast winger who just wants to get in behind the play and actually run at people and create chances and not faff about. Torres, I mean, that dynamism, that versatility to his game was absolutely fantastic. And you can see why now Valencia fans were so disappointed to see him go. You can see why now Spanish football genuinely rates him so highly, and why 20 million potentially is an absolute bargain for Manchester City. It wasn't just the fact that he finished very coolly from a pretty decent chance. That was a lovely finish, by the way. Pure Son-esque, which I've said a billion times before. He reminds me of the Spurs guy an awful lot in terms of how he holds himself. It wasn't just that finish that was really exciting. It was more just that burst of pace as well. A couple of times where he absolutely burned past people, showing real, genuine pace. And also his work rate. He was everywhere, pressing constantly from the front, constantly willing to run in behind and show for the ball. He was also really, really varied in his play. Sometimes he's going out. He got an assist as well with his weaker foot, which was really impressive. He's obviously an excellent crosser. We already know that from his time with Spain as well. The guy genuinely has it all. And after a couple of nervy performances, which is understandable when you first start around for a club, to then just go up a level that quickly and be that comfortable, honestly, he's going to be really, really, really useful. And another guy who could also be really, really useful is Cool Cole Palmer. That isn't going to be a nickname that sticks either. But Cool Cole Palmer, he's just very cool. He's a cool dude. He's a cool hip-hop-and-rapping lad. No, he was cool because he was composed on the ball. Composed Cole is probably... No, I prefer Cool Cole. I was really impressed with... Once again, Steven, shut up today. I was really impressed with Cole Palmer last night. I thought he was absolutely excellent, given the context of the game. I mean, this guy was making his first ever appearance professionally. He's genuinely never even stepped a foot on the pitch before professionally. And he comes on and he drops that performance. City are absolutely blessed with lots of very exciting academy talent at the moment. You've got Phil Foden, who's now broken through. You've got Delap, who's obviously excellently exciting. You've got Tommy Doyle, who's a fantastic, gifted box-to-box midfielder. You've got Cole Palmer, who showed exactly last night why me and many other academy fans are watching him all the time, rate him so highly. You've got Taylor Harwood-Bellis. Garcia actually broke through as well. I know he's going, but Garcia broke through. All of a sudden, the academy thing looks really, really encouraging. Jaden Braff, is a shame he wasn't available because he would have played last night, but for injuries. Seriously, at the moment, it's a good time to be a City Academy you play if you have potential, because there will be squad places going for him. And what I really liked about Cole Palmer last night is, of course, there was a little bit of kind of nerves, a little bit of shyness on the pitch initially, and Guardiola did touch on that, but he really started to grow into the game. He really started to show his composure, and he only really showed half of what he's good at as well. His full repertoire of tricks wasn't on show last night. Twix went a bit of a lisp there. His tricks weren't fully on show last night. He's a really, really good dribbler as well. If you've seen my videos or tweets, I've compared him to Nasri quite a lot, and you can see why I said that with the way he glides around the pitch. And when he gets dribbling as well, which he does an awful lot for the academy side, he's an excellent dribbler. He can beat people for fun. Last night he kept it simple, but he is really very technically gifted. And he's also an excellent finisher. I know he missed that chance, but I would say anything, he just kind of snatched it a little bit because he's obviously youthful and he's kind of, it's a big moment for him and all that kind of stuff. But once he gets that cool, composed head, Guardiola was also right to point out that he's a natural finisher like a Phil Foden. That little kind of sumptuous shoulder drop where he kind of, when the ball was played from the keeper came out and he just did that and went round the keeper. Absolutely lovely technique. And this guy, He's already like 6 foot as well, by the way. So when he fills out and all that kind of stuff, he's going to be a real player. Keep him around the first team, Guardiola. Keep him training with it because honestly, he looks like Kai Havertz mixed with Nasri. I mean, to me, that is exciting. A bit of Thomas Muller the way he floated around as well. What a young player. Been at the club since he was 6 years old. Another talent that we've got coming through. Thirdly, I want to talk about the impact Laporte on the defence. Laporte, man, God. I think we forget how good Laporte is. That steadiness, that composure that he brings to the defence, he just calms absolutely everyone down. He's obviously so high quality, Laporte, that he has a very similar effect on our defence as Van Dijk has on Liverpool's defence. Genuinely, he just has this kind of like composure, this aura of like, don't worry, I'm here, I can really help you. That's what he has to the defence, Laporte. And I imagine Laporte as well, alongside Ruben Diaz. Or even then alongside Ake as well, someone like that. It doesn't even bear thinking about. He's just so promising. Laporte is cool, he's composed, he's genuinely a leader, not in the way that Ruben Diaz is, but he's a leader defensively. He definitely likes to be, assertive and all that kind of stuff. And I felt like he also made Mendy better, and we'll get onto that maybe in a little bit later in the video. But Laporte last night was so useful, and seeing him back on the pitch as well was absolutely fantastic. The fourth thing that we learned from this is that the players wanted a response from this, and I really like that. Now, before the game, we were all expecting an EDS kind of heavy side, really. I genuinely wasn't expecting to see loads of Manchester City's senior players in the team. So what does Guardiola go and do? He drops a whole bunch of senior players and Cole Palmer there. So one academy players never played before and a bunch of senior players. It was such a weird lineup, but I absolutely loved it. And the most intriguing thing for me is that Guardiola said afterwards, after the game, in the press conference, that the players actually kind of wanted this. The players wanted to play this game for a response and to find some rhythm. I love that. I love that the players were so annoyed after the Leicester game that they basically demanded to play in a game where they usually would be rested. That's exactly the kind of stuff you want. Whether it's wise or not, I don't know, because they probably are going to be tired against Leeds. But what I do know is that if you want to win trophies at the highest level, which these players, of course, know an awful lot about it, but generally speaking, if you want to win trophies at a high level, you have to have that elite mentality. You have to want to correct your mistakes. You have to want to play games and win football and get that rhythm going. And last night we saw so much positivity from the City players. They clearly were out to make a point. I know it was a weakened Burnley, but last night the players were out to make a point, and they did make that point. They were absolutely everywhere. The work rate was really good. Commitment was excellent. And it was a composed, considered performance, and one that they should all be proud of. I love what it meant in terms of the squad. Hopefully they can take that energy and effort over into the Leeds game. And finally, hashtag Monaco Mendy. Was it Monaco Mendy last night? Now, I'm not going to get carried away because we've had false dawns a billion times before, but I did want to mention this because it was intriguing just to see things that from Mendy that we didn't think Mendy was even capable of anymore. Now, I'm not saying this was like a 10 out of 10 performance or anything like that, and he was a little bit quiet in the second half, but that first half was like, if we had that all the time from Mendy, we would be happy. And I was like thinking, where's that been for so long? Could it be that maybe he just lacks a little bit of fitness in terms of the season? Could it be that he was so bad the other day that he's risen to the challenge? Could it be that this idea of a left-back potentially coming in on the rumour mill has already made a challenge out of him as well, and he's actually booked up his ideas? Could it be that he just needed a few games? I don't know. But last night, once again, I'm not going to get carried away, but last night I thought Mendy was genuinely good. Like, he looked alert. He looked a little bit quicker as well. Like, he looked a little bit more mobile, a little bit less cumbersome in his movement. There was that little trick where he did a little step and he dribbled past the player. He was overlapping a lot more aggressively in the first half. His crossing was back as well. A perfectly pulled back cross to Raheem Sterling for an assist, which is the kind of Mendy you actually want to see. I mean, I can almost take a Mendy that doesn't defend that well if he gets forward and offers us that left foot that we know he used to have or potentially still does have. If he doesn't defend that well, it's worth it for his left foot, potentially, if he gets forward. But last night, I mean, that was encouraging. There was a couple of whipped crosses as well, which were very Mendy-esque. If he finds that left foot again, honestly, it'll be so useful. And do you know what? He defended all right as well. There's a couple of crunch challenges which were really useful to see. I'm not saying he's back or anything like that, but it was nice to know that somewhere hidden in there's actually a decent player in there, and he does have that left foot. We just need to find a way to unlock it. Maybe we get Tagliafico or someone like that in, and they get a battle going on, and that brings the best out of him. That's all we can hope for. Guys, that is what I learned from this game. What did you learn from the game? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you for all the support on the channel recently. I've really appreciated it, especially these guys there. Is it these guys or is it those guys? Whichever side it is. My patrons and my YouTube members are all scrolling down past me. Thank you so much for the support. Seriously, Things have been ultra positive on the channel recently. I'm really enjoying all the content. Hope you are as well. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel so you don't miss out on any Manchester City content. I do my best for you guys. Hopefully you enjoy it. Give this video a like and don't forget to go and follow me on all the social media channels. Patreon.com/Esteemed Company or YouTube.com/Esteemed Company for the YouTube memberships as well if you want to get involved. For now though, give this video a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Be awesome, and in a bit.